billion, $500 billion, 0 cents. I wholeheartedly concur with BlackRock's assessment that the adoption of Bitcoin by financial advisors is still in its infancy. We'll go into more depth about this later, but for now, welcome back to the CryptoZNext channel. XRP holders, all things considered, the market is currently flourishing. The cryptocurrency market's had a huge day today. You can still see Bitcoin dragging the larger market up with it, even though the dominance is still rather strong. And as we can see around the market, that is obviously very exciting. The cost of the additional piece is $2.32. It's incredible to see that we were able to close the daily candle above that range. Bitcoin is currently down around 1.5%, but it will undoubtedly return to its $136 billion, $500 million 0 cents valuation and its $2 billion, $400 million 0 cents 24-hour trading volume. Before we continue though, let me just quickly clarify that nothing on this channel is financial advice. Always conduct your own research and due diligence when making cryptocurrency investments. As a result, I completely agree that it is still very early for advisor acceptance of Bitcoin, even though major organizations like BlackRock and Fidelity are joining the fray. And this, in my opinion, is where Bitcoin's promise lies. Of course, there is still more regulation to be implemented. As the crypto business is subject to increased regulation, banks and other financial institutions are becoming increasingly numerous. Come on board, begin offering, and obtain the regulator's approval. This, in my opinion, is where advisor adoption will begin to rise. I therefore wholeheartedly concur with this particular assertion, but going forward, the current XRP volume plus net inflows equals $2.32, up from $2.22 this morning. According to the 12-hour figures below, a 0.1 cent movement translates into a $10 billion 0 cents market capitalization. As a result, this is not limited to XRP. It is occurring everywhere. Several assets are currently rising across the board if we look at the entire market, due to the fact that Bitcoin is actually on the edge of breaking towards an all-time high. This makes us wonder, if dominance is this high, what would have happened if it had been at 61.9%? In my opinion, as I have previously mentioned on the channel, we would have witnessed numerous double-digit gainers overall if the domination had been as high as 61.9%. That's it. Helps us better comprehend why we should never ignore Bitcoin's dominance. As you can see, there has been a significant rumor going around, and it has started to surface on cryptocurrency Twitter once more. We must remember that this is merely a rumor and that nothing is definitive. But clearly, there are rumors circulating that Trump intends to declare a 0% capital gain tax on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investments in the United States. If accurate, this is unquestionably huge. This would change everything. Since there would be no capital gains, I believe this would inject trillions of dollars into the cryptocurrency sector. That is enormous. That is larger than you might anticipate, because let's say some investors are long-term investors in the equity market. If this is accurate, a lot more people will be drawn to this. We must obviously regard it as a rumor for the time being, but do share your thoughts in the comments section below. Rumors circulated earlier this year that US-based projects, notably those situated in the US, would be excluded from capital gains tax. Therefore, if this is true, the United States will see an increasing amount of innovation, which will be revolutionary in and of itself. However, Zoom claims that an XRP core breakout is about to occur, and I wholeheartedly concur. We are currently encountering really significant opposition. As I've previously told you guys on this channel, if we overcome this obstacle, things can really start to heat up. However, we were still unable to break out of that resistance. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, asserts that the 2025 altcoin season will not be cancelled. It will be fantastic in the second half. Furthermore, it is clear that the year is about halfway over. As June comes to an end, the second half of the year will begin, and it will undoubtedly be pretty exciting. And given how Bitcoin is now trending, if it breaks through its all-time high, the sooner it does so, the better for altcoins, or possibly the season, as I believe that's when the dominance will begin to decline and altcoins will start to make a significant push there. The fascinating thing is that the higher altcoins go before the before the dominance starts to decline, the better it is once things start to pick up steam. As we all know, Paul Atkins stated some really amazing things today, and based on our subjective assessment, this is the fastest 180-degree turnaround from a regulatory body. Completely agree that good things are coming. If you look at the dominance here over the previous 2 to 3 hours after our last post, you'll see that there has been a slight decline. Although Bitcoin did close above $110,000 at 0 cents. This is the most bullish thing you could ask for. Right now, it's incredible to see her closing above 110. To be honest, I could be anticipating an all-time high retest at any moment. I wouldn't be shocked if that did occur within the next few hours. I'm thrilled that we're over the 109K area, especially the 16K range that I've been discussing with you guys for a while, but I do anticipate some bumpy levels because of the futures market. The fireworks really start at this point, and of course, let's start the fireworks by supposing that a rate decrease is announced at the FOMC meeting in a week and a half. However, you can observe this for yourself. If you check at the price of XRP, which we are still enjoying, it was a little challenging to overcome that particular crucial obstacle. This cannot be made up. For the first time since May 13th, I am projecting the February 23.6 test, if this may happen. And I believe we may begin retesting the $3 point cents range if we see that close, and you'll begin to push up into all-time highs. This is going to be a really intriguing scenario. XRP is holding up remarkably well given its present position of dominance. Therefore, I don't want any of you to overlook it. Many people are ignoring the fact that you still have an XRP sitting at 38.2%, even though your dominance is at 64.53%. But this isn't on this channel. Please share your thoughts with me below. I appreciate all of your help. Peace and see you later, CryptoZen.